How many times have you promised yourself that this week you're going to be disciplined? You create a plan for every single day, then life gets busy, you miss one workout, then one day, and somehow that one missed action leads to another abandoned goal. In this video, I'm going to show you the 4-step proof loop, a practical system into ensuring you can make promises you can keep, recording your evidence, and building genuine trust in your ability to follow through with what you say you're going to do. At the end, I'll give you one proof assignment to complete within the next 24 hours. So let's look at what usually happens. You feel dissatisfied with one area in your life, so you decide to make a big plan to change everything. You'll work out 5 times a week, eat perfectly, wake up earlier, spend less time on your phone, become more productive, and somehow think that you can manage to maintain it all. This plan feels exciting because imagining a completely different life gives you a temporary sense of progress. But planning the change and changing the change are two completely different things. But the unfinished goal isn't the problem. Ask yourself this: what happens to the way you see yourself when you keep making promises that you do not keep? Every time you abandon a goal, you are setting an unhealthy habit that your words don't mean much to you. This then affects how you approach the next goal because you gave yourself evidence that you can't keep track with what you say you're going to do, therefore leading to another unfinished goal. You want to become someone where you can make a decision and you have 100% confidence in yourself and trust that you are going to do it. But taking your goals seriously doesn't mean making them more demanding or more strict. Instead, it's setting a realistic goal that you can comfortably maintain every single day. Because self-trust isn't built on motivation, it's built on the evidence that you follow through with what you say you are going to do. The proof loop has 4 steps. Choose one promise, make it realistic enough for yourself, complete it and record that evidence, and lastly, keep doing it before expanding. The first step is turning a vague intention into a specific promise. Saying I want to become more disciplined doesn't have an actionable step towards it. A precise promise has these 3 answers. What will I do? When will I do it? And where will I do it? Instead of saying I'll work out more, say I'm going to work out on Monday at 5 a.m. for 30 minutes at my gym. Instead of saying I'm going to work on my goals, say at 7 p.m. I will put my phone away for 30 minutes and work on my application. If you can't clearly determine whether or not you completed the promise, then it's not specific enough. Step number 2 is to make it realistic enough for you to complete it. A lot of people might think that working out 3 times a week is a small goal, but if you can't even hold yourself accountable to that, how are you supposed to work out 6 days a week? Ask yourself, based on my current responsibilities with my work, school, energy, will I be able to complete a workout 5 days a week? Because your goal isn't to prove to yourself how much you can accomplish in one day, but instead, what is the bare minimum that you can do every single day to work towards your goal? For example, if you plan that you're going to do 5 workouts a week, but you only consistently completed 2, why would you make it more demanding on yourself and say, let's push for 6 because I'll do it? That doesn't make any sense. Start with 2 or 3 per week. Complete them, mark it as evidence, and then repeat it before expanding. The third step is where your confidence begins to change, and that is to complete it and write it down as evidence. After completing the promises, you're going to mark it down as what I like to call the evidence notebook. This notebook will contain the promise you set to yourself, the fact that you completed it, and then the evidence moving forwards. For example, Monday workout at 5 a.m., completed. Evidence that you did is that you marked down your weights, repetitions, and the exercises that you did. Or 25-minute work session, completed, finished the first draft of the essay that I have to write. This notebook gives you something objective to look at because every time you see it, you will then see the evidence that you completed the task that you set for yourself. This way, instead of marking off the vague intention of you were more productive, okay, well, what led you to say that you were more productive? The more specific you are about the wins that you had, you will then collect evidence, and every time you look at it, you will say that you build self-trust within yourself and that you can do what you say you're going to do. Then this becomes reaching your goals so much easier. Now, the 4th step is that you keep repeating the promise before you expand. Completing one workout doesn't mean that you can automatically set in another 5 to go for the week. Repeat the action until it feels like a staple, consistent part of your life, and then gradually expand. Expanding from 2 workouts to 3 workouts, making them lengthier from 30 minutes to 45 minutes, working on your essay for an hour instead of 30 minutes. Confidence in yourself grows when your mind can predict that you will follow through with your goals. And that comes from perfecting your habits first. The goal isn't to make the biggest, most ambitious promise that you can. The goal is to set realistic expectations that you can do every single day so your brain can collect evidence so that it's easier to create bigger goals. Now practice by applying this to real life. Using the proof loop, you might decide that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to do a 45-minute strength-based workout. If something comes up, I will cut it down to 20 minutes, or I will go the next day, or you will have 3 other backup plans with the promise that you set to yourself. Now you have a specific promise, a plan that's designed around your life, whether or not you completed it, and then lastly, repeating it before expanding. And this exact framework can be applied to your school goals, work goals, to your studying, to your day-to-day life, genuinely in whichever way you want to improve it. Now imagine being able to say to yourself that at the end of the week, you completed 3 workouts, you finished 2 essays, and you spent an hour on the passion project that you were working on. That is a whole lot better than setting a full ambitious week, putting so much time into planning it, and then only following through with half of that. You're no longer relying on motivation, but you're actually changing your habits. And once you begin to see yourself as someone whose actions match your intentions, then this affects more than one goal. It'll affect your confidence, how you train, and what other tasks you set for yourself, because now you've built the self-trust that you know you're going to follow through with them. Now here is your proof assignment. Choose one meaningful promise that you can complete within the next 24 hours. Make sure it's specific, realistic, within your control, and something that's important enough for you to actually do it. Write down exactly what, when, and where you will complete it. This can be something as simple as going on a 25-minute walk outside, organizing your closet, decluttering your room. Then complete the action and record the evidence, and then that is your first step towards using the proof loop system into your life. You will become more confident in yourself because you are building self-trust when you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week, I'm going to finish that essay, I'm going to go on my 20-minute walk outside after I'm done eating. You will actually do it. Then the final step is to come back to this video and comment done once you've completed it. And that is the first step towards building self-trust and knowing that you have full confidence that you will do what you say you're going to do, set ambitious goals, follow through, and build your ideal routine. If you want more practical systems for building self-trust, working on your fitness and discipline, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.